Alrighty, traders, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the daily Roundup webinar. Hope everybody's having a great trading session and happy FOMC minutes day. Happy Wednesday. I'll see if you guys can see me. Got a little bit of a mess going on here. A little discombobulated ahead of I got my tree person here with chainsaws and trying to navigate how to, cut down tree branches and not destroy pool equipment and fences and all sorts of stuff. It's nothing exciting. It's just something I've had to deal with. And it's so hot and humid outside. I literally feel like I live in Florida right now. It's good. I shouldn't complain that it's raining, but man, it's ugh. All right, so let's talk about the markets where we're at ahead of this event. So we have this bear flag in the euro that's trying to play out. Now we're trading at 117. Do I think? Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and close this. I want to close the Norwegian krona out. Hold on, really quick. Close at 90.60. Let me look at my execution. 60 fudge sickle. 62. That's just in the trades room in the ForexAnalytix chat room. Right. So for those of you guys that are curious. So anyway, the reason why I close that out is because, I know we're testing key support in the euro. I'm still very, very cautious about the euro. I am bearish. I do think we're going down to 116.60. Today's FOMC minutes should show the Fed governors are continuing to lean towards tapering this year. So, but I think the market knows that, right? So the question is, how does the market respond to it? And I think the euro should weaken. I think the dollar should strengthen, but whether it sticks or not probably has more to do with how stocks react. That would be my 2 cents. So in other words, if stocks sell off and let's say we revisit yesterday's lows, the dollar should retain its bid, meaning the euro should, stay down at, 116.60 or whatever. But if the stock market says, great, FOMC is going to taper, so what? And the stock market actually starts to rally from here and we start, challenging yesterday's highs and erase yesterday's losses. Well, the euro is not going to stay down here. The euro is probably going to go back up towards 117.50, 118. So for me, I just cleaned out my dollar exposure. I'm going to wait and see what we get during the FOMC meeting minutes, which is about an hour and a half from now. Okay. Is there anything to do right at this moment in time? No. Are there currencies that I'd rather target? I think so, yes. So going back to like last week, I was talking about how the cable's holding up well. I still think it's holding up pretty good. Look, euro's at new trend lows. The sterling's holding above the 618. So if the dollar weakens, why not play the sterling to the upside? I know you guys can look at the euro and say, well, risk reward would be like, we probe below here and you can play on the long side. I think you can play either, but I think the sterling is going to be a good opportunity. The Aussie's, obviously pretty oversold right now. Just because I just said that the Aussie is oversold doesn't mean it can't be more oversolder and continue to be more bearish. I mean, look, we're hitting new trend lows right now. Let me delete this really quick. We're hitting new trend lows. Yeah, relative strength is divergent, but it's not bullish. It's not. It's not. Kiwi, it's at risk. Kiwi's at risk of breaking down. You know, if the dollar strengthens today, I think the Kiwi is probably going to get destroyed. The reason why is because you have a lot of people that have been buying Kiwis, selling other currencies, including the dollar. So that dynamic might play out lower if the dollar strengthens. I think we could very easily see like 68 cents. Dollar Canadian's been struggling, but you can see it's got a nice bull flag developing. You know, we broke the flag resistance earlier, like an hour ago. Where was this is today while it's really, 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 really slow. Oh, I forgot to say hi to Greg. Hi, Greg, if you're listening in. Aussie lows. I said somewhere up here, the dollar Canadian is trying to play to the upside. I can't remember where I wrote that. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. All I know is we got this bull flag playing, and a break above this resistance is bullish for the Kiwi or the Canadian. All right. I keep buying the US dollar Norwegian krona on dips. You know, I bought it today at 888.50 something, and I just sold it. You know, I just keep kind of buying it and spinning out of it. Dollar Mexican peso, I think, looks decent. I mean, it looks decent enough to get back to the upper end of the range, right? Like this direction, like somewhere up here, especially if we get some risk off. I mean, if we sell off, the dollar Mexican peso is on my radar of things to buy. Here, speaking of the S&P, so, you know, this is obviously, these are what the levels we're looking at, right? Yesterday's lows, which will be, you know, 44.18, 44.20, and here's resistance. I think we need to break these lows in order for the dollar to really strengthen. Okay, so that's kind of like, that's going to be what I'm focused on as I'm trading the dollar in an hour and a half. Are stocks looking like they're going to break that? If they do, I'm playing the dollar on the long side. If we're heading back to the upside in equities, yeah, you buy the euro, buy the Aussie, you know, for a recovery trade, you know, even if it's just for 30, 40, 50, 80 pips, who knows? Okay. Leaving the yen pairs alone. Oh God, I should have stayed in the pound yen. I bought the pound yen yesterday. I bought the guppy at 150.60. I'll tell you. $150. I my average was 150.67, and I sold it today near 51. 151. I didn't think we'd reach all the way for this, but man, I should have stuck around. Well, I didn't. You know, Aussie yen's a little oversold, but man, I mean, it still looks heavy, but we're on a lot of support here. Lots of support. Lots of support. Let's take a look at bonds. Here's the 10-year yield. Well, you got to watch the yields, because if yields start to scream higher, then stocks are not going to like that. Stelios has made that point on many occasions, so that's something, you know, pay attention to. Brian said, "Hey there, so euro dollar, what are possible targets bearishly? Any clue FOMC effect on the US dollar?" I think I've been talking about it. Said RSI is under 30. Yeah, I think the euro, again, I'll say it again. Here's the euro, here's the daily. Okay. Now you're talking about RSI must be intraday, because daily RSI is not even oversold. So before you start going, oh, euro so oversold, Yeah, you can go to the hourly RSI and we're divergent, but you know, relative strength is one of those things that I use, but I have to use it in conjunction with something. I don't rely on it solely because always the example that I try to give people, which is, probably the best example out there. Dollar yen. Back in, was it maybe 7 or 8 years ago when Abe, right here, we got the 3-prong approach with Abe. This move right through here, it was very fast, massive. I made a killing there. I bought the dollar yen at 80 and I think I sold it at like 92, somewhere up here, like there. Obviously I got out a little early, but you know why I got out? The RSI was overbought and it was divergent. Guess what it was from 92 to 102? It was overbought and divergent. The whole next 1,000 pips. So that was a really great example of, man, when things move, you just don't, technicals can be helpful, but when a breakout's happening or a move is, there's an underlying reason why there's a move. Today, taper. Oh, wait, we're going to taper. It's going to be a little faster and maybe even a little bit more aggressive than we thought. Dollar is going to strengthen. RSI is oversold in the euro or not. It's not going to matter a whole lot. Anyway, here's one for you. We go risk off. The euro Aussie might have a really, really, really quick trip to 164. Jason asked, Blake, what's your take on yen if we go risk off? You think the dollar yen hits 108? I think if we go risk off I don't know about the dollar yen. The dollar yen is going to be tricky. The dollar yen is going to be tricky because it depends what yields are doing. If yields are ripping, then I wouldn't want to be shorting dollar yen, right? We could have a situation where the dollar yen goes up like this. Dollar yen goes up here, especially on a day like today when it's dollar centric. We could have the dollar yen moving higher and stocks getting killed, but the euro dollar drops 100 pips and therefore the euro yen actually drops lower, right? So the dollar yen goes up 50 pips, euro drops 100 pips, euro yen ends up going down like 50 or 60 pips, something like that. That's totally could happen. But you got to be careful with the yen playing dollar yen on days like today, where I think the risk is yields go up, stocks go down. If yields go up and stocks go down, dollar yen's going to go, oh shit, what do I do? And then, because you're going to have people trying to play it in both directions, right? Jason said yen's been pretty strong lately. It has. I know. I was short Aussie yen and euro yen and did really well with them. I didn't expect them to go as far as they have. So anyway, I'm tired today. It's hot here. Doesn't even matter how low you turn down the air conditioning. It's still just ugh, gross. Anyway, you guys and gals, I want to say good luck today. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for being part of our community. I'll see you guys in the chat room. For those of you that are in the chat room, if you're not in the chat room, hey, good luck today. And just remember, don't let your losses get away from you. Not on days like today, not in a summer doldrum market. You make a gain, be happy with it, take some profits, be happy you made a profit. You get in a losing position, cut it short, quick. Don't let it develop into this big, ugly mess, because it's hard to get out of those messes in low volatility environments, which we happen to be in. Okay. Thanks, guys. Zai Jen. Bye-bye.